Cheers to episode 167.
67. It's a lot.
It's a lot of episodes. I got some tea in this mug.
Water.
I have liquid IV.
Whoa.
Hangover.
Tough weekend.
It's just been hot, and I know I'm dehydrated. I've drank a lot recently.
So, assuming that Evan's not kicked out of the Riverside, people that are listening are like, wow, Evan sounds really good. And if you're watching this, you're going to know why. He sounds so good. It took us 167 episodes to figure out that if you use your Xbox or gaming headset, it probably would sound really good. So we're always striving for better audio. And I think we're here. Assuming, again, this recording works. If I get this file and Evans didn't pick up or something, then it's on me. Also, let's just set this out now. I'm looking at my uploading. I'm at 11%. An absolute grind of a show tonight when it comes to our internet.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, but it's okay.
Alex is at 10. What am I at?
It does. It says I'm doing poor too.
Oh, God.
I'm at 96. I'll beat that.
Evan's at 96.
Oh, I hate that.
Wait, Evans is like auto zooming on his face.
I accidentally hit a button. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want that.
My internet might be bad today because power outages and, a bunch of other things. So, could be a grind.
Should I try hosting?
No, you're at 4%. No.
But is it...
No, I only disconnected because I was connected to my hotspot because when I didn't have internet, that's what I had to use. So I just changed over to my actual internet now.
Oh, okay. Am I laggy?
Sense.
Can you guys hear me normal?
You can hear you.
Oh, God.
Well, you lag every now and then.
Oh, God. Well, I'm climbing up, though. I'm up to 30. Oh, yeah. Tonight is Sunday, May 19th, 2024. The time is 9:11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:11 p.m. Central Time. And X gonna give it to you. Evan's guy Xander, first time major winner today. I think he's Evan's guy, right?
I've always been a fan. I picked him
Evan's
multiple times in other
I don't
majors.
think is like the way to describe it. Just like Cody in the group chat always says that Evan hates Caitlin Clark, but he's never said that before.
So it's more Cody's guy?
Cody said mean things about him earlier this week. I don't think it's his guy. I think it's Colby's guy.
Okay. Colby's guy. We'll dive into recapping our PGA picks on this show. The big thing that'll lead off the show is a line schedule release, game by game, win and loss predictions, as we always do this time of year. Evan, are you frozen or are you sitting perfectly still?
I'm probably sitting perfectly still. I just got a text message. Sorry.
My God. No, you're good. That was insane. You weren't blinking or anything. Football transfers, guys. Not a new age thing. Switching sides of the MSU Michigan rivalry. Kind of crazy. We'll get those thoughts on that.
Thoughts. Next question.
A hypothetical about a game to 100 versus LeBron. And then some other random questions out there. But without further ado, Alex,
what did you do this week?
Oh, how the hell are you?
I'm good. Well, just to recap, there was a massive storm here. Tornadoes downtown Houston. I don't know if that's ever happened before. It was like a supercell storm
Let me
type
stop
of deal.
you right in your tracks. Evan, Alex is mad at us because none of his friends checked in on his well-being.
I'm not mad.
For this natural
Just
disaster
surprised
we didn't know about.
no one even knew it happened.
I'll be honest. Me hearing about the storms down in Houston, it happens right now. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I wasn't mad. I just figured if you guys did know, you might have asked. You didn't know. I wasn't just going to tell you, hey, I survived. But like downtown, windows in like skyscrapers were just blowing out from the wind. The winds were like over 100 miles an hour. Car windshields would blow out from the wind. Like I had a friend driving downtown and the girl in front of him was driving a Prius. Yeah, go ahead, Evan.
Houston's like near like the Gulf, right?
Hmm?
Yeah.
prone to
Where's the
hurricanes.
Gulf?
Why are these windows not just like more just like sturdy?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. But yeah, like a Prius in front of him went back windshield just blew out from the wind. It's just crazy.
That's nuts.
So I didn't know. I'll be honest. I am not a check the weather person. Like I do not check the weather at all.
Well, that's privilege. That is good weather city privilege.
No,
you
I
have.
didn't do it in Michigan. I didn't do that.
Come on. You're nuts.
I'm just not a weather checker.
Is that because in Michigan you didn't have to because it would change every 30 minutes?
I don't know. I just look outside and that's my check. So, didn't check the weather that day, obviously. The whole day was fine. It was like sunny, pretty nice. Got home at 6 p.m. and I was like prepping myself to go to the gym. I look outside and it's pitch black. I'm like, oh, that's weird. The sun went down pretty early, I guess. And then I just see like bolts of lightning, like over and over again. Like just like you could just see them clear as day, and they just like kind of hang in the sky for a little bit. And then there's another one to the left. It's insane. Like just lightning after lightning and super loud. So I'm sitting in my apartment like, oh, I guess I probably should wait this out before I go to the gym.
Good reason to skip leg day.
No idea what's going on outside other than, it's just like storming. I'm sitting on my couch just watching the PGA Championship this on Thursday. And I was like pretending like nothing was that. I didn't think it was a big deal. And then the wind got so loud. It was like someone was like blowing in my ears in my living room. And I'm like, seems pretty bad. And then there's this tree right here outside my window.
Wait, you said to yourself, seems pretty bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it seems pretty bad. One of my coworkers sent me a picture because we were supposed to have golf league, and they were at the bar. So they sent a picture of their beers. And they're like, so I was like, oh, it's totally fine. Not a big deal. I look outside. There's a tree right here outside my window, outside my balcony. And it is like in my balcony. Like the wind has blown it over. It's like 90 degrees. It's like hanging in my thing. I'm like, oh, it's bad. That's real bad. So I thought my windows were going to come through at one point. So I was like, I probably should get like in my closet. I get like 30 tornado warnings, like Amber Alerts on my phone. They're just like going off like crazy. Fire alarms are going off in the apartment.
In that moment, when you got those notifications, was the first you knew a big storm was coming to Houston.
Correct.
You potentially were the last person in the city to know about this storm that was coming.
Correct. I looked out and
crazy
it was
to
bad.
think about.
I was like, oh no. So I get all these tornado warnings. It's like, get to the lowest floor of your building right now, like you are in imminent danger. Like that is what every single one of these is.
I'd myself if I had no idea it was coming.
So I was like, oh. So I was like, I'm not going to go downstairs in my apartment building because the whole power is shut off. It's dark in the hallways. Don't know how I'm going to get downstairs. Elevators don't work. And I was like, I'll just get in my closet. Get in my closet. Just hanging out. Just chilling right back there in my closet. Like looking at my phone. So I was like, this is probably a good time to check Twitter, see if there's Correct. So I'm sitting in my closet looking at Twitter, and there's just crazy videos of like, those like giant, they're like metal electrical like cone looking things. They're like all just down everywhere, trees down, like cars in half, like all this crazy stuff on Twitter. I'm like, dear God, maybe I'm going to be in here a while. I check my phone. It says done at 6:45. So like 6:47, I come out of my room. I'm sitting right here.
2 minutes after
my mom calls
that was
me.
Good.
So I'm sitting next to the window. It's still like dumping rain, but like I'm assuming we're good. So I'm just sitting here watching it, talking to my mom, and a ginormous lightning strike, very close. Like it felt like it hit me. It was that close. Cell service just shuts off. Everything shuts off. My mom's probably just absolutely her pants.
Oh my
God. Like the FaceTime drops, my cell service drops. Now I'm sitting here back in the dark, and I'm just like, yep, back to the closet. So get back in the closet, come out at like, I don't know, 7 something. And it's just like storming at that point, and you're like clear. The Astros played through it. They had the dome up, and it was like raining inside the dome. Like it was closed, and it got through. It was that bad.
Wow.
So still afterwards, I was like, oh, it couldn't be that bad. Like work tomorrow, blah, 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 back to normal. So I believe at this point there are 700,000 people who do not have power. Lucky for me, I do.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's a lot of people. I drove around on Friday and this weekend. Like I got back to normal for me, and there are trees everywhere. Just so many trees down. And then I think the worst part is all the people that don't have power. It's like 95 degrees. So,
oh my God. Just
sure hotels are busy for the ones that have power. And some girl at the golf course yesterday told me, because I played golf yesterday, she told me 6 weeks for the people that don't have power. And I was like,
what?
Good luck. If it's 6 weeks.
What do you do? Die?
Get a hotel or stay with a friend? I have no idea.
This is the end.
And then like 75% of my building doesn't have power. And I'm looking out right now at all the other rooms like across, and none of them have lights on, but I have power. I might be in one of like 5 apartments of 300 in here that have power. Lucky for me.
That's scary. People either going to come try to kill you, take your apartment, or 2, they might ask to bunk with you. And would you let someone come in? This could be a bachelor move. You start walking the halls. You try to find some cute ladies that don't have power. You invite them in to stay with you in a non-creepy way.
That sounds super creepy, Grant.
The start of a rom-com.
The only bad thing was Thursday night, the fire alarms were going off. So as you can see behind me, you see this?
Mm-hmm.
That is a like shirt taped over the fire alarm because they were just going off, and you can't turn them off. I can't turn them off. Like the building has to turn them off. And you can't like unplug them, like because that's like a safety hazard. So they had to keep them on. So loud, so I had to like dampen the sound. That was my only like.
And stop the flashing light.
There's no light.
Oh,
luckily, but there's
so that T-shirt.
One right next to my bed,
muffling the sound.
Yeah, it's still going, but it's a lot lighter.
Wait, it's going right now?
Yeah, it's going. If I walked over to it, you could hear it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a high pitched like. What are the noises that dogs hate? This
recording is not picking it up at all.
No, because my T-shirt's doing a good job. But I can hear it when I'm like, if I took my headphones out, I can hear it.
What is that?
It's like a like faint like white noise, just doesn't stop. It's
interesting.
So yeah, I survived. My friends all checked in with me.
Yep.
None of them actually. And then Saturday I played golf. Walked 18, first time in God knows how long.
Wow. Athlete alert.
I'm guessing because the course was wet, they didn't want people driving around. So didn't know that till I got there. So once I was there, I was like, oh, gotta walk. Played pretty well. Only highlight I think worth mentioning is I've had the yips breaking 80. Like I am like in great position to break 80 with 2 holes left every single time I play, and then something falls apart. So I had to 16 at 5 over. So like we're well within range to just be good. 254 par 3. Yikes.
Whoa.
So I tried to hit a 3-wood, come up in the bunker on the left side, hit it over the green, tried to hit a high flop shot onto the green because I thought that was my only choice. Doesn't get there, make double. So now we're 7 over, going to 17. Things are dire because 2 bogeys and you're dead, or just 1 bogey and you're dead. So you got to go par. So par 5, tee shot, hit it kind of high in the air. There's water all on the left. don't go in the water, get in the fairway. 255, hitting 2, smoked a 3-wood just to the middle of the green, 2-putt birdie.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we got over the yips. So
Nice.
shot 78.
I thought you were going to say
18.
you stuck that second shot to 3 feet. Tap an eagle.
From 255?
Yes.
I lipped out on the putt, but made birdie. And then today I grocery shopped. Evan's favorite, which I despise doing. Still don't like it. Still never will like it. And then I watched golf, and here we are.
Nice. What would be worse showing up to a course? You have to walk because you can't take a car today, or we don't have booze on property.
I've had both happen.
I was thinking back
More
to
than
our
once.
golfing trip.
I've had the booze thing happen more than once.
More than once?
Yeah. What's worse? Probably walking's worse because, like, you don't even want to drink when you're walking. Like I did drink on the course, but like you're just so tired, and then you drink it, you're not getting buzzed at all. So you're just going. It's like you're just dehydrated. And then when I finished, like when I got home yesterday, I was dead. Like I was like, oh, I don't want to do anything ever again. Like I felt terrible. So
you're drained from that.
Walking is worse, especially if it's 95 and it was 95.
And probably a muggy 95 after a tropical storm.
Yeah, it's always pretty muggy.
Oh. Evan, are you in a good spot to give yours, or do you want me to fill some time? I can do mine.
Week in review. I didn't really do much. I was busy. Baseball, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Comfy invite?
JV invite was Saturday, so 3 teams round robin kind of thing. We won that. I had to work Saturday morning, so I was late to the first game. Won on a walk-off hit, bottom of the 7th, 1-0 final score.
Wow.
It's usually not heard of around JV. Second game was kind of boring. So we scored like 10 runs in the last inning. We mercied them or whatever. Other than that, no, it's just I got 9 more get-ups and school's out.
9 more get-ups.
9 more get-ups.
One way to word it.
You guys ever do that thing we used to do for Christmas when I was a kid? Like you make the chain out of like paper, and then you take a chain off every day, and it counts down.
Can't say.
It wouldn't be cool to do now because you only have 9 get-ups left, but you could keep that in mind next year, Evan.
Because we have a lot of half days, like Friday, next Friday, or this Friday, whatever you want to put it. Half day for Memorial Day, and then the last week of school. The last 3 days are half days because of exams.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how many days it is in a school year, but imagine a chain that if like we drape it from the closet, it would go down onto the ground. Probably like 30. It'd be like the month of Christmas. You just take a chain off every day, and you slowly dwindle that thing down to
do
Christmas
a chain
morning.
for every single day of school next year.
Yeah.
Just do it for the whole year.
100, 200 days. How many days are there in a school year? 200?
I have no idea.
No idea.
It's half a year. August to May. I don't know.
Something to think about.
Not really.
It's a list. I don't think there was anything exciting.
Evan, you golfed too, didn't you?
I golfed today. Did not go well. I did not play well. I started off on the back actually fantastic. I went. I lipped out for par actually on the first hole, so I got a bogey on 10. But then I went par, lipped out for birdie, went birdie, and par, and then as soon as I got to 14, it was downhill after that.
Hate to see that.
Yeah. I did par 18, and I think I parred 16, though. But the other holes were not good.
What'd you do,
Nice.
Grant?
During the week, I don't work, but nothing
Me too.
crazy. Friday went to, well, let me say this. I may have been to Outback Steakhouse before. I just don't really have any memories of it. So I consider this my first trip to Outback Steakhouse on Friday.
Oh, my God.
Didn't really have dinner. Meal prep was gone. I was like, what do you want to do tonight? I was like, I kind of just want to either go to either one of the three horsemen between. No, it's four horsemen. One of the three amigos of Applebee's, Texas Roadhouse, or Outback. And I've been to the other two numerous occasions. Went to Outback. So went there, tried what you need to try. Got like some sort of like spicy mango margarita drink. Very syrupy. Not great. Not great. Bloomin' Onion. Showstopper. 1,900 calories in a Bloomin' Onion. In case anyone was wondering like how greasy that food is.
2,000 calories in that bad boy.
Yeah. In that appetizer, which is crazy. Split it between two people because there was two of us there. I did not eat the whole thing. It's huge. The sauce is good. It's like kind of a horseradish mayo type deal, ranch type deal, but it's so greasy, incredibly greasy. Just all over your fingers. You're like, don't have enough napkins on the table. You're like, this is disgusting. Before your meal even gets there, I got the sirloin and shrimp combo. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ordered it medium. When I'm at a restaurant like that, I don't know if you guys are like this, I don't go medium rare because I'm nervous about who's cooking it in the back. I always go medium.
Wrong.
You go medium rare there?
Well, yeah, I'm cool if it's mooing. I can eat a rare steak. I honestly prefer it.
Just, I don't know. It makes me nervous with food poisoning at those places. And then shrimp was really good. Shrimp was the best by far. Asparagus was terrible. There's two attributes that you want from your asparagus. These had neither. These had the opposite. You want them thinnish and crispy. These were thick and mushy. They were gross. I ate them though, but it was like mushing like baby food in my mouth.
Oh, that's gross.
It was so hard to chew through. You get stuck in your teeth too. It was disgusting. Had some mashed potatoes, good. So overall, I mean, nothing crazy. I don't really need to go back there anytime soon, but I'm glad I said I could do it. I've done it. I ate it Outback, had a Bloomin' Onion. Saturday, didn't do a ton. Went to the farmer's market. There's a nice farmer's market in Rochester. Also, just a recognition, keep them in our thoughts. There was a downtown Rochester, when you guys came here, that little downtown area, kind of near I don't think we went to the bar. It's a couple blocks down on that same road from the billiards place called 423 Main. There's like those little outdoor heaters that people put at patio dining. Somehow this one caught on fire and it blew up in the middle of the street at like 6 p.m. and 5 people had to go to the hospital and like were in somewhat bad condition. I've never heard of that happening. Just propane tank just blew up in the middle of a busy sidewalk. And like shrapnel and stuff. I didn't hear anything from where we live. We don't live that far away from there, but people in the surrounding area said it would like shook their house. It was so loud. So crazy. So hopefully everyone's okay from that. Besides the point, Saturday, Marissa, when she went to the UP last weekend, she brought back her family's Wii. So we've been playing some Wii games. Wii. W-I-I.
Weed.
No, you can get that here. So I've been playing some Wii Sports. Did like not like an Olympics style thing. Dominated in that. Not in golf. Wii golf, not good at, but bowling, pretty good. Sunday. Also in between this whole weekend, the peak. Coach Alex of my golf swing. I was really down in the dumps after my first range session that we talked about. 100 golf balls, just felt like I didn't really make any progress. He said, you know what, you just need to sack up and read this book that has helped thousands of golfers, probably hundreds of thousands. Ben Hogan's 5 Lessons. I have it here. I read this book almost cover to cover. I read the first 4 chapters, which are the 4 lessons, and the 5th is a summary and review of the book, which is just repeating what you already read. So I did not read that. I read the 4 parts. Well, let me tell you, it was like 20 pages. I probably spent like an hour and a half on just the first chapter about the book, or the grip. the grip of the club, had a club next to me.
That's the hardest section.
I would read like a page or two, like stand up and be like, what? And like try it out as I was reading. It was wild. There's a lot of diagrams in here that almost make you more confused. He uses terminology because he's from like the 1930s that you're just like, I don't know. I'm Googling like what each finger means because he's like calling them not like your pointer finger.
Yeah,
he's calling them
forefinger. I don't know.
I go, Marissa, what's your forefinger? She's like, I think it's your pointer. I was like, okay, I'm going to Google that. Yep.
Isn't it this one?
Yeah, no. That's funny. That he calls your big finger. He refers to that as your big finger because it's the longest. So let me just tell you, I did all the steps, went to the range today, and I think we made a lot of progress. Dare I say a breakthrough? Just ball flight and contact of how you hit a golf ball. Never have felt like this in my life. There was like in the middle part, another 100 balls. So balls like 70. Balls 60 through 80 were really bad. I was regressing, but I went to my old reliable wide stance with the new lessons I learned, and it helped me a lot. And then I figured out why the wide stance has been working. Shallow swing path is what I needed. I was going too steep. Applied that with feet together, and then my last few shots were like the most consistent I've ever hit. Now, mind you, this was really working on 7-iron down to, utility wedge. So those were the clubs I was really hitting. I need to work on this swing in relation to long irons and driver. Not really that long irons, just 7-iron, 6-iron. I'd like to. I don't really hit 5-iron. I'd rather just hit my hybrid if I had to. And then driver is what I need to figure out. And obviously your short game putting, but like ball striking, we're getting there. We are. So shout out to Ben. It's amazing how simple the golf swing kind of is, but complex at the way he describes it. He's basically just like, as long as you're set up with the right grip, the parts that made sense to me, he was just like, you turn your shoulders in the backswing. Don't worry about your hips because they'll turn with your shoulders, and then just throw your hips, and then everything else will follow correctly. And then don't think about anything else and you're good. And I was like, wow, when you put it like that, I can kind of get behind that. So
best ball striker of all time.
Really? Better than Sky Scheffler?
I mean, I don't know about it anymore, but yeah, he was.
So
yeah,
stay tuned. I still need to work up to play a real round. I want to go to the range one more time and then play a round and see how we do. But
Evan, would you ever consider changing your grip? You got that gnarly baseball grip.
I would do it in a heartbeat. If it's like you're going to score better if you change your grip, yeah, I would do it.
The grip is crazy, dude.
You should look into it.
My range session was so long because I kept having to like pre-shot routine, like make sure I was gripping the club right, and then I'd walk up to the ball. It was like felt so weird. I'd like full on. It's like an overlap, but your pinky has to go in this knuckle now. I don't know. And like the way, and I noticed it watching it now, watching Xander today. Like your thumb, he basically all right, not to get into the book, like read the book, but like he would have a drill where you swing the golf club without using these two fingers because you don't really want these fingers involved at all in your grip, which is something I know I was not doing with the baseball grip. And like you could actually make good contact without these. And then
Grant holds the club.
When you watch Xander, he does that thumb thing because it's like his thumb's basically like off the club, and he just like kind of moves his thumb, and it's like barely on it. And it all makes sense now after reading Ben's book. I'm like, oh, so this is how people hold a club. You feel like you're holding a shovel in your hand.
I told you a year ago that your grip would never work, and you didn't listen to me. I'm glad you finally listened.
I didn't know what I didn't know. And then I read it. I was like, I haven't read a full book in like so long. This had me captivated.
I'm happy. So, I'm glad you did. I hope it helps.
Will it amount to anything?
What's going to happen is you're going to get really good at hitting your irons, and your short game and your driver are going to be terrible. So that's golf. One at a time.
Is the only club that you grip differently than what he writes the putter? That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Everything else you grip pretty much normally, and it's the same concepts.
You grip everything the same except the putter. You could grip the putter the same.
That'd be wild.
For my putter, I do the way he describes it, just reverse. My other pinky is the overlap.
Oh.
That's all I do different.
So we'll see where that leads. Also, question. It is exciting. How do professional golfers, I know obviously they wear gloves on their left hand or, vice versa. How do they not get blisters on their right hand with the amount of balls they hit?
They do.
Okay. Because I got a nasty one on my thumb. I'm just like, how they hit so many more golf balls.
Well, as you play more and you hit more balls, you'll get stronger on your hands.
Callus up. Yeah.
I changed my grip last summer and I had like giant rips through my right thumb.
Oh, it was painful today. Like there was parts of with a new grip, there's like parts of your hands that are hurting that never have hurt before. Like I'm pinching skin off.
Means you're doing it right.
I'm like,
Yeah, I had the same problem. But I don't have that problem
sport.
Anymore. Not really.
Such a painful sport.
Can be.
And my back hurts really bad. But
golf, 100 balls is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It was dripping sweat too. It was dripping sweat.
God, I won't do that anymore. I'm not swinging at 100 balls, but
and I cannot overemphasize enough. Like 30 of them were just absolutely terrible in the middle, and I thought about just like quitting altogether. And then it was like playing a round of 18 where that last breakthrough of 20 was like really good, and I was like, "Yep, I'm back for more."
I think every 100 balls I've ever hit, there's like a 20 ball period where it's like I'm getting worse, and that's when you just stop. But for you, you're a grinder, man.
Shallow swing plane. That's the only thought. Let's get into actual sports. The Lions and the NFL in general release their schedules for the year. Big night of social media. I haven't cried.
Bullshit. Our schedule's stupid.
Well, tell me more.
It's against us. It's all for the Packers.
I didn't look at the Packers schedule, so I don't know.
We have a brutal stretch in the middle of our schedule that is. Now we don't have the worst schedule. We don't have the toughest, but there's a stretch where we play so many road games.
Can you name the stretch?
Yes, it's I've only starting in October. Twice. So we have a bye week early. We have a bye week's fifth week.
That does suck.
So then we play 4 of our next 5 are on the road.
Name them.
At Dallas. At Minnesota. Okay, we're home against the Titans, but then we're at Green Bay and at Houston back-to-back weeks.
That's okay. We're just getting on big win streaks outside of that stretch.
But then we have to play the Bills and the 49ers.
Well, this is what happens when you're a good team. You get matched up against good teams.
Yeah, but I don't like how we play our entire conference
at the end.
Our entire division, we play them at the end. Yes,
we did that last year too.
That.
We play the Bears twice in 4 weeks, and then we play the Vikings last game of the year. We play the Packers twice in 6 weeks.
As James Campbell says,
we'll play anywhere, anytime.
Win in December.
Barely play any 1:00 games, which is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah, everyone likes to go to the prime time. We have, I'm going to say we have 6 because they aren't counting Thanksgiving on this graphic, but Thanksgiving is a prime time slot because you are the only game on. That's how I'm defining prime time. We have week 1 versus the Rams Sunday Night Football, week 4 versus Seattle Monday Night Football, week 10 at Houston Sunday Night Football. Then we have Thanksgiving versus the Bears, I believe. And then we have week 14 versus Green Bay Thursday Night Football. And then week 17 at San Francisco Monday Night Football. So 2 Sunday Night Footballs, 2 Monday Night Footballs, Thursday Night Football, Thursday noon.
And potentially the Minnesota game, the last game of the year.
And potentially a flex.
And that's not counting the 425 start times. Games. Like Dallas is a 425, so it's probably America's game of the week. Green Bay's 425 start time, America's game of the week. And the Bills, 425, potential America's game of the week.
See where the records are at, but yeah.
But I'm guessing the Cowboys is definitely going to be, no matter what, primetime on Fox. And you add in what happened last year at Dallas.
Let's see if I can get to Jerry's World for that.
You have to go to the Houston Sunday Night Football game, Alex.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I will go to that game for sure.
Let me get the this full thing pulled up here, and then we'll go through it. and this is a lot of pressure, guys, because we have done really well at this in the history of our show, like disgustingly well.
No prep either. I've never done any prep for these. I should
probably brag about it more.
Off.
But, first game of the year, walking back into the Lions den. Rams at Lions, September 8th, 8:20 p.m., Sunday Night Football. Evan.
Win.
Alex.
Win.
Yeah, you didn't sound confident there.
You would improve D. Win.
Sussy Baka.
Hey. I'm going to go win too because, well, yeah, it's going to be tough for our new secondary to go against Nakua and Cup in the first game. I'm not looking forward to it. But that crowd's going to be rowdy like it was. It's going to be a field goal game, I bet. It's going to be tight. We could easily lose that game, which would suck. All right. Next game, another deja vu. They're just playing the playoff hits. Bucks at Lions, September 15th, 1 p.m. I'll start us here. I feel really good about this being a win. I think this team takes a step back.
Baker resign?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
Win.
Mike Evans resigned as well. It's a win.
Nice.
We're just better than them. And we took their best corner.
All right.
Gibbs owns the highest paid safety in the league.
Oh, yes. He did put him into the turf with a juke move and a stiff arm.
It was awesome.
Lions going to the desert at the Cardinals, September 22nd, 4:25 p.m. Alex.
3-0. 3-0.
3-0.
Can't lose to the Cardinals.
It's going to be difficult, though. I think the Cardinals are going to be a lot improved just because this defense has always struggled with more mobile quarterbacks. Now you have mobile quarterbacks and a very solid young wide receiver.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm scared about this.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is on that team, Alex.
I would take
Marvin Harrison Jr. That's their only weapon.
Over on props for this game. But
it's like playing the Vikings with just Justin Jefferson.
I don't think this team can stop us. I think we're just going to pound the rock against this 50. Team. But we'll probably win by like 3 in a shootout, like the Chargers game last year.
Just gonna say this might be the Chargers game.
But like, if we win both games, it's so stupid how football works. If we lose to the Rams, I think we easily win the next 2. But if we win the first 2, I could see us dropping this game just based on how football works.
I agree. But 3-0.
So 3-0. All right. The old kryptonite Seahawks coming back to Ford Field primetime Monday Night Football, 8:15 p.m. I believe this is a Monday Night Football doubleheader. I think or simultaneous. I think there's 2 games on that night. So
we're on ABC. There's another game on ESPN.
We're the main.
So we're the game people are watching. Hell yeah.
The other one's like the Titans and Dolphins, I think.
Ew. Color clash right there. That's bright color. Evan, the Seahawks have, I feel like, almost killed you the last few years because you get so mad when we play them.
I give up a couple times. If you asked me actually last year if we were going to win a playoff game after the Seahawks game, I would have said no.
That was game 2.
Correct.
New coach, new defensive coach, Michigan man, Mike McDonald.
That means we're going to score 55 on them.
Yeah.
Geno Smith still there.
Jesse Minter's Benter. That's a win.
That's a win.
I think this is a ass-kicking revenge game. Like, we destroy them on Monday Night Football. Like, destroy them. Like we did the Broncos last year. I feel like that kind of game.
I don't think we're going to kick their ass. I do think it's going to be, we're going to come off the high of Arizona, and this is going to be the game where you see that we can win in a variety of ways, because I do think that defense is going to be better in Seattle. They have really good pieces in the secondary. What's the guy? Witherspoon that we tried to draft that we wanted. And then they have the guy they drafted the year before that I'm blanking on from UTSA. Tariq Woolen.
Yes.
Yep.
Woolen.
Thank you, Evan. I needed that jump start. So I think they're going to be good.
Season-ending injury last year?
Potentially.
Might be.
A lot of stuff has happened. But I think with Geno Smith, there has to be a point here sooner than later that he just starts to regress. I feel like he can't keep it up. I feel like he throws us a couple of interceptions in this game or like a strip sack, probably Hutch on Monday Night Football. This is a win. So all 3 of us have a win.
It's
all
a
3 of
big
us have
win.
a
We win by a lot.
4-0. It's a huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Worst part of the schedule by far, bye week 5. Sucks. So early in the season.
Win.
Like, you just have to win the bye.
Kind of lost this
come on,
bye,
Matt.
to be honest.
Lions at Cowboys. October 13th. That's going to be a great football weekend. I feel like October 13th, you get really into the heart of college football season. I feel like there's always a good Saturday in there, too. 4:25 p.m. at the Big Star. Alex, what do you have for this game?
Huge revenge game. I think Hutch has 4 sacks in this game.
4 sacks. That's
he had
ridiculous.
3 last year.
He had 3 last year.
Did he?
I think he has 4 this year. Because I finished Inside the Den, that episode or hour and a half movie this weekend, and he talked about how he just like that's a win in his brain and how bad he wanted to beat them. So yeah, I think he'll have a big game, and we win on a whoever our kicker is field goal.
And he runs to the Dallas Star and does snow angels. That would be sick.
No. But 5-0.
Okay.
Best start since the Monday Night Football
Merger.
Lions Bears.
Okay. Evan?
Win. I will never pick Dallas because they are the most overrated
Zeke is
NFL
their
team.
starting running back, so I think we're okay.
Yeah. I don't see Dallas as a good team. CD had a career game last time, and we still won the
They
game.
only scored 21 points.
Correct.
I want to be with you guys, but I'm going to say loss because it's a house of horrors, and it broke me last year. Last year it broke me. It did. I stayed up late.
It was rigged.
I had a flight. I had to wake up at 2:30 in the morning or whatever to go to the Rose Bowl. That flight, I stayed up till 12:30 watching post-game press conferences. Could not believe we lost, and then watched it all next day and on the way to the airport. Yeah,
It was
I
rigged.
can't get over loss. Sorry. First loss. Next week, bounce back spot probably. Lions at Vikings, taking our talents to the Minnesota. October 20th, 1 p.m. It's going to be very sunny in that stadium through the windows, I'd imagine. I'll start us off. I think we get the win. We clinched the division last year. It definitely could be a close game. This could be, though, this range. If they start JJ, then he'll have been playing. But if they start Darnold, we could be JJ's first start. This is like that territory you start eyeballing where things don't go well for Darnold.
Rookie QB's first game never goes great.
Yeah, I would like to face him. I think that's a win for us. So I'm going to go win there.
This feels like the letdown spot. But I think they squeak it out in disgusting fashion. Like they didn't deserve to win. They do win. Just because they're the better team. 6-0.
Win. Lions beat Sam Darnold.
Wow. Next week, October 27th, 1 p.m. Titans at Lions. Evan, this is your favorite team. You tell us what you think is going to happen.
7-0.
We are going to be 7-0 because I don't think the Titans will be able to travel well. They're trying to put Band-Aids on a roster that has been depleted and say, hey, we're not rebuilding, we're reloading. Well, really, they are rebuilding, but they just won't commit to
Who's
it.
their coach?
It's Cincinnati's offensive coordinator, Callahan.
7-0. Easy win.
Yeah, Brian Callahan. He sells auto parts.
Easy win.
Tommy
This
Callahan.
should be the most slam dunk win on the schedule.
I'm thinking so. Okay. Now it gets real. Divisional opponent. Second divisional opponent. November 3rd, 4:25. Fox, probably America's game of the week.
At
Lions
Lambeau.
at Packers.
Loss. There's the first
Big
one.
loss. We get smacked around at Lambeau.
We're probably
I think we
I would say we're probably a 4 or 5 point favorite going into that because we're undefeated. And then we have to listen to Mr. Connor and Cheesehead Nation just brag in our face about it.
Yeah, I think we lose by 14.
Yeah, I want Connor. You take this one. You can have this. I want you to remember this now when it's that week and we're talking smack that deep down in our guts we knew and made it. This would probably be a loss. So, although if we go by the last couple of years, we absolutely own Lambeau Field. We just We just dominate that stadium. But I don't love it for us.
No, it's a loss. I've never been more sure.
Next week, November 10th. This is the stretch we're in that Evan hates at Houston Texans in the heart of Texas, 8:20 p.m., which is Monday Night Football.
Sunday night.
2 in a row.
Sunday Night Football, excuse me.
7:20 Central Time.
2 losses in a row. Houston's wearing their all red, I believe, this game. They announced that.
They're blue. They have blues now, like baby blues.
Yeah, it's Houston's
No, that's
color.
for college.
No. They got
They have the Houston H-Town helmets, alternate helmets.
Yes.
But I think they're wearing
Yeah,
all
those
red
helmets-
versus the Lions.
Those helmets suck. If they wear those, they're losing.
Yeah, they're
against us.
terrible. They're terrible.
They're not wearing those, guys. They're wearing all red.
Okay. Lions lose.
Lions lose. Houston
Yes,
wins.
I'm with you.
I think the red Houston Texans helmet, like that they wore last year, 2 years, is like one of the better helmets. I don't know, something about that red just pops.
CJ might be the best quarterback this defense has faced to this point in this season. So I think they might.
Is there any
struggle
team
a bit.
that has a red helmet besides them?
Chiefs.
Chiefs? Yeah,
Yeah, theirs is so plain and vanilla, though. It's just meh.
theirs is terrible.
I love the Chiefs.
Chiefs were the only team last year to not wear
arrowhead.
an alternate uniform or wear its second.
Don't
or
need
third
one
uniform.
when you're that good.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Anyways, I
We
think
beat
the
Houston.
Lions lose.
I think
We
we
beat
lose.
Houston.
I think 2 in a
We
row
beat
we lose.
Houston.
Although I think that NRG is going to be full of Lions fans, like half. They're not that like Houston's a very like a lot of people from different cities place, not like their own people who have a team. So I feel like the Lions supporters are going to be out in full. Should be good.
So, a couple things about Houston. I like their coach a lot. He seems like a really smart, tough guy. I expect their defense to be fine. Stephon Diggs,
It's CJ Stroud.
he's a roller coaster. We're getting
Tank Dell.
this game's in it's early enough. It's November 10th. CJ Stroud, really good. Not mobile though, so I don't know if he's going to give us that many
He
fits with that.
Is mobile. That is
Can
not
be.
a fair thing to say. He's not. He's significantly more mobile than Jared Goff.
He's on a basis with me as a cocky Michigan fan where he has to beat my team in the NFL before I start saying that he's going to beat us because I've never seen him beat a football team I play. I think he's got a little bit of a soft tendency to him. And I think Stephon Diggs is also a basket case. Nico Collins, absolute dog. I think we win this game because we're tougher than them. And I think we just punch them in the face. And I think CJ Stroud gets riled. And I could see Terry and Arnold, let me throw this down there, just crib walking a pick six in off of CJ Stroud because Terrian is a dog.
Crib walking.
I feel like Houston is the
Did I
AFC
say that right? Is that not the
version.
right thing?
I think
Isn't
so.
that like
I'm just picturing it in my head of him actually doing that into the end zone, and he might get his ass beat by the entire NFL.
I was picturing the Deion Sanders, but I don't think that's what it's called. That's a classic uninformed white person thing to say. I don't know what that's called, but
Anyways, I think Houston is like the AFC version of us. Like they're built the same way. They have a very tough, gritty like coach. They care about the trenches, defense. But they also have flash, more flash than us. Not saying that means they're better, but they have more like CJ Stroud is a little like more like a Maserati. Jared Goff is like a very reliable truck.
Maserati Marv.
But
yeah, that's good stuff.
I don't think like they lack toughness like that. I don't think that's their problem.
Oh,
Inexperience. They're like
They are-
last year us, next year. That makes sense.
yeah, I got you. But they're
Same
only as tough as-
trajectory. They will be good next year, but then they won't break through until the year after. Like we're gonna break through next year.
They're only as tough as their lead quarterback, and it just takes one sack from DJ Reader or Lee McNeil to just break his mindset in the first half.
Don't know who's gonna be healthy at this point either.
No.
Could be completely different.
Tank
teams.
Dell is probably 50-50 to play this game.
That's
based on
why
his
it's
fantasy.
stunning how good we've been at predictions with injuries. Just crazy.
Yeah.
7-2.
Next week, November 17th, 1 p.m., AFC South, we state. This is the AFC South stretch. This is disgusting to look at on the calendar. Jaguars at Lions. Let me start us. This is a fat dub. This might be Titans level. We're going to blow them out because I just think of that last time they came to Detroit and we just dummied them.
But they
So-
were a playoff team too. We just smoked them.
Yeah. And they won a
Yeah,
playoff
no.
game against the Chargers.
We own Jacksonville. They're garbage. They're okay, but we're gonna win. 8-2.
I got a win as well.
Nice.
Everybody at 8-2.
Yep. Just in different ways.
We're in lockstep.
Next week, November 24th, 1 p.m. Lions at the Colts. This would be a quarterback that would absolutely kill us, though. This could be a loss. I
think he'd throw
contemplating
like
it in
3
my head.
picks, though, because he can't throw. He can't throw.
That we know of.
Yeah. Win. They're like a gritty team, but like, no. Can't lose to them.
Who's their coach? Steichen?
Yeah. Shane Steichen.
Loss.
Oof. That's a letdown. It's just a weird game. It's a weird game on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at it and you're like, I don't know. Because
can't beat
Colts, 3. Like, I don't know, man.
I also had a loss on this one. Classic letdown game. You're going to lose a game that you're not expecting to.
This is the Panthers game.
Colts are like the pesky team that's always, like, since Peyton Manning's left. And they got, like, somewhat decent. They're never good enough to make the playoffs, but they're good enough just to upset or be around 500.
They'll be playing for that shitty division the last week of the season. That's a guarantee.
Houston's in that division. They're not shitty anymore. Houston and Jacksonville are two.
Jacksonville's not very good.
I think they're better than some think.
Okay. They're all just a pile of mid.
Next week. Well, 4 days later, actually. So short week. Flush the loss out of your system for Evan and I. Bears home Thanksgiving. Dan Campbell has never won on Thanksgiving. We've talked about the hypothetical of him eating turkey leg and how it needs to happen.
It's been 6 years.
12:30 p.m. kick, divisional game, big win. We're just gonna humble Caleb Williams on national television. I hope. I really hope.
I think it's on CBS this year. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo get the call.
Damn.
Thanksgiving is going to be eaten in silence. TV is going to be on mute.
I'm mute, catching up with my family.
Yep. I'm going to have a win here.
This may be surprising, but I think we lose again on Thanksgiving.
We did have a miraculous fourth quarter comeback last year at home against the Bears.
There's so many troubles with the Bears, and it doesn't make any sense.
I can't have that, Alex. I can't have that in my life. I can't have another Thanksgiving loss.
We're going to be rolling again with so much momentum, hype, and blah, 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 and we're just going to lose again. First time playing Caleb Williams.
So much smack last year, Thanksgiving morning, to Marissa.
I've never been more confident for a Thanksgiving game last year, and then they lost, so this year I'm just not.
Multiple Packers fans saying, like, I feel good about this. This guy absolutely smacked around.
We'll seem competitive. Sucked. Yeah, I think we lose.
But this is one of those games I do think we win, but I'm just nervous. Like, let's say Caleb Williams lights up the NFL, and we're just like, oh, God. Like, we might be staring down a freight train. Like, I hope it's not that point when this week rolls around. This is the biggest, like, I feel really confident right now, but I could feel polar opposite of that. It's depending on how he looks in the NFL. But I just have a feeling he's going to have some hurdles.
Every rookie does. But I feel like this is just you couldn't tee up a bigger letdown spot than this.
Packers at the Lions a week later on Thursday Night Football.
The bounce back.
Thursday.
That's why I picked the Bears on Thanksgiving, because now I feel good about the Lions getting this win.
I think the Packers play on Thanksgiving as well.
They do. I think that's why they set it as Thursday.
They play at night. I like that too. Win for me. Evan?
I have a win.
Hell yes. We do not get swept by the Packers. We can't let Connor have that.
Wouldn't be surprised if we did.
Oh, come on.
It's tough.
They got rid of Aaron Jones, the heartbeat of their team.
He never did anything against us anyways. We just get lit up through the air when we play them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next week, 10-day break, December 15th, 4:25 p.m., Bills coming into Ford Field. Josh Allen, a quarterback that would actually make you have cold sweats at night with our defense last year. I don't know what it's going to look like this year. I'm going to get cocky. I'm taking the win. I have that Thanksgiving heartbreak in my mouth, and I think we beat the Bills at home.
I'm going to take the win as well. I just don't know who the Bills have offensively besides Josh Allen. that they're gonna have to go to.
To be completely
they have
honest,
two
the
tight
Bills
I love Keon Coleman,
completely
huge
Josh
fan,
Allen over.
but
Keon is going to definitely moss one of our cornerbacks.
that'd be awesome.
Dude, our secondary is going to be better.
Correct.
Running
but
4 DBs, it can't be worse.
if it's Neon, it's Keon. I mean, he's a player.
Win. Kirby Joseph said he wants revenge.
All right, Kirby probably wants revenge on every team.
Yeah, did you see the guys that picked the teams they're most excited to play?
Yeah, Montgomery always picks the Bears, and it's hilarious.
Kirby went through basically every single team and was like, yep, I want you. I want you. He definitely wanted the Bills.
Next, we have another divisional game, December 22nd at 1 p.m. Lions at the Bears. Road game, December, Chicago, 3 days before your Christmas. I'm going to take I'm taking an L on this one.
I'm taking a win.
But wait.
I'm taking sweat by the Bears.
But wait.
It's disgusting.
I'm taking a win.
I'm taking a win.
I'm taking a win. I had a flip in my head. Why, you ask? Because Caleb Williams is not a cold weather quarterback in the wind.
Win.
He played in SoCal.
I'm flipping too.
Played in SoCal.
Win.
Justin Fields played at Ohio State, played Midwest football. SoCal kid.
Yes.
We own that stadium now because his hands are going to be cold and his nail polish is going to be chipped off.
Be playing at that point. He's going to quit.
We'll run first team in Chicago. We got it.
Montgomery bounce back game. Revenge game. Okay. Big hitter next week. December 30th, 8:15 p.m. Monday Night Football. Lions at the 49ers at Levi Stadium, where all went down.
Chris McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL. Loss.
We had them beat.
Christian McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL. Loss.
So one guy? Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL.
Christian McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL.
No, this is a bad take. He's not the best player in the entire NFL.
He's the best player.
No. Not even close. I don't even think he's number 2.
Okay, who's number 2?
I'm not going into this.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I think the Lions. What is our record at this point?
You have 3 losses.
This is second to last game.
You plan to have 4, but you slipped on Chicago.
So we'd be 12-3 in this game. It's probably for the 1 seed in the NFC, realistically. And I think Jake Moody hits a game-winning field goal and we lose.
Oh, that hurts.
2 seed.
But it would be interesting if Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel are still on the team at this point. Do they get dealt at the deadline? Are they on our team? Are they on our team?
Is Jared Goff healthy? Who's playing?
Wrap the season out like we did last year at home versus the Vikings on January 5th.
This is a rest your starters type of game, but Dan doesn't do that. So all the starters are playing.
Lions sweep Sam Darnold. Win.
JJ is for sure playing in this game.
He doesn't get to play the first year, Evan.
JJ is 100% starting.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he might be playing, but it's not against the Lions. Because he's so bad that they can't play him.
Justin Jefferson's been traded at this point.
Oh my God.
He's a Cincinnati Bengal.
13-4.
Well, this is crazy. We all did that.
I had 4 as well.
We all did. We all did that. We didn't cover our bases whatsoever. We just said 13-4.
Do you guys want to just give what we think could be the worst case, so that we feel better about ourselves if we're wrong?
The worst case scenario. I am not putting that out there. In no injuries, worst case scenario.
Yeah, I think the floor of this team is 9-8.
That's what I would say. Like 10-7 is the worst I can see us doing.
Injuries
11-6. Because you were there.
Your variance is 11-13. You're not even giving yourself a chance to be wrong.
Alex, no injuries. We're better than two teams in our division.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a borderline between the Packers, but I mean they're a solid group. So on paper, you're just better than 2 teams in your division. You play the AFC South. You're better than 2 teams there.
3.
And then we play the NFC West. So Cardinals better than
3.
4.
So
3. I think at worst, we're the 4th best team in the NFC.
At worst. Who would be
some surprise team?
At worst, we're 3rd.
Wait, we won the division. Cowboys won the division last year?
San Fran won.
Yes.
I think the Cowboys could be good, I guess.
It's us, the Packers, and the Niners.
Packers.
Nothing else matters.
And
I would
never know about the Eagles.
Still put the Eagles up there.
No.
Eagles
I'm ruling them out.
Eagles
Their coach
added.
I would
stinks.
not
Their coach
rule out
stinks.
the Eagles.
He's a joke.
Grant, I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you.
What about the Falcons? They're a gritty team.
I just think
They have a quarterback now.
I just think the Eagles have
There's
so much
gonna be
talent
some
on their team
surprise
that they
team.
can't suck.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Lions and Packers might
They
be the
lost
You
two
go
best
to a
teams
game
in the NFC.
at Philly with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley in the backfield, you're gonna get sweats.
They have what?
If it's at Philly is a problem.
With
That's why we
AJ
have
Brown
to get
and
the 1
Devontae
seed.
Smith, with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith,
They got
their
weapons.
defense might be bad, but
Our record doesn't matter as long as we end up with a chance to host the NFC Championship game. That is simply all that
I
matters.
think we're going to be a 2 seed. I feel pretty comfortable that we get a 2 or the 1.
I feel pretty comfortable that we get to host 2 playoff games again.
Which, yeah.
And this is
1 or 2.
so dumb to say because both our home games last year were pretty close. Again, though, that we had a lot of our team playing playoff games for the first time, so to win 2 of them was cool. They were very close, but I just can't see this team losing a home playoff game. I just can't. I can't do it. Not with the quarterbacks in the NFC. The quarterbacks in the AFC, yeah, they'd shove it over our hoop at Ford Field. But like,
we're lucky that we are
Stafford
not in the
almost
AFC.
did it. Stafford almost did it. But like Brock Purdy and Jordan Love
Yes,
walking
Stafford
into like
did
the Terror Dome of Ford Field, I just don't see it. I don't see
Jordan
it.
Love walking into Ford Field like he did on Thanksgiving. I could definitely see him lighting us up.
Thanksgiving game was that's not
Grant,
that's
he's
not a playoff
good.
crowd.
I told
that's
you
not
this
a playoff crowd.
pre-season last year that he was going to be good, and you did not believe me. I'm
Top
telling
3
you again.
quarterback, Alex? Top 3 quarterback?
He's got to
the
do it.
league?
Yeah.
He's got to do it again. He's got to do it again.
He's not top
You
3
gotta do it
in the
another
league
year.
right now, but he could
I'm
get
not there with him yet.
They also lost their playoff game because he threw one of the worst interceptions of
Correct.
the year.
He's young. He's still making mistakes. We got Jared Goff.
Yeah, and he's
The guy.
paid too. Absolutely paid. Let's get into recapping our golf picks. Alex, I think he did the best because of Morikawa.
You think?
I think he did. I haven't looked at your other player, but you picked
Jordan
a guy that was in the
Spieth?
final group on what you call it. How did Spieth end up?
6 under.
T43, 6 under.
It's 8 under to start the day on Sunday, and he's kind of poopy his pants a little bit.
I had Koepka. He was at 9 under, T26, not bad. Where did my guy Sepp finish? Oh, Sepp missed the cut, +2. Okay, that's not good. Evan, you had Fleetwood, 9 under, T26.
Oh, not all the way to 9.
He always
Eagle
does
18
always
to make
does
the
that,
cut.
bro. He always does that. Sunday,
Sunday Warrior.
and then boom, 6 or
7:45
7 under
tee time.
last day, just gets an extra $200,000.
That's why he's top 10 in the world.
And then Evan,
Ricky,
you had
it was. Did I pick Ricky?
Made the
Did I
cut.
not?
you had Matt Fitzpatrick.
He missed the cut. Yeah, he
Ooh.
did. I was following him. He got off to a hot start on Thursday, and then it just downhill after that.
I'll take the win. Thank you.
I was following Fitzpatrick
Yeah.
because I put money on Fitzpatrick.
Alex took the win on that.
Alan really,
Xander gets it
really
done.
shit the bed on Sunday.
Yeah,
He wasn't playing
he did.
bad
Brooks-
golf. He just didn't play winning golf. He had par in every single
One
hole for a
birdie.
9.
He
Correct.
had one birdie all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying that's not,
murdered him on the
pars.
broadcast.
that's not bad golf. It's just not winning golf.
At that course.
Correct. I'm with you. But that stat,
Yeah.
Alex, I think you put it in the group chat. The combined scores,
Oh, no, it wasn't me. But
That was me.
great.
Of like at the PGA, yeah.
216
I
under.
dummied it.
I was already thinking about this today. I was like, all the old heads in golf would be like, that was too easy. We need to make it difficult. Next year, like the winning scores can be like +3.
They're going to make it way
They're
too
going to have the
hard.
rough like knee high, and then the green's impossible to land a ball on. That's what they're going to do.
I don't want that. I want somewhere in the middle. Can we get in the middle?
I don't know though, but
it is at Quail
I
Hollow.
like when people are making birdie. Like Saturday was crazy. People are chipping in from everywhere on the course, and birdies are just dropping from 30 feet. It's pretty sick. It's pretty
Friday,
cool to watch.
it also helped that it was like raining, so everything was soft. So you just stick the greens. But
I'm not sure there was much the course could do.
I think it was helpful that it rained, and so it wasn't super fast. It wasn't super dry out. And I think the good thing for like next year's Quail Hollow, it's not like some 1 year PGA Championship, like, oh, here's your time to shine. And so the PGA is going to come in and put their hands on it and say that this is how we're going to have the course. Or Quail Hollow's hosted PGA Championships before, so they kind of are a known course, and so they probably won't get pushed around.
In defense of the course, Grant, you're one of these people that bitches about it. What did you want them to do?
I think this ending today may have flipped me. I think I might be going the other way.
Yes. I like birdies.
So let me say
Birdies
this.
are way more fun.
There's two different schools of thought here. I understand like people want the courses harder because they're trying to find the most like true deserving winner that weekend. This weekend you really got, I mean, big names at the top, so you can't really dispute that. Like you were looking at the top 6 going into today was like all Ryder Cup dudes, which I'm a casual fan. If I see that you made a Ryder Cup team, I assume you're really good at golf because that's normally how they pick those teams. So I was like, oh, all these guys play in the Ryder Cup. I know about these guys. Also, shout out, speaking of Ryder Cup, Roberto, I call him Roberto McIntyre, the kid from Scotland.
Bob.
What a great eagle to end the day. What a huge eagle for Roberto. He just makes me laugh. I love
Nearly
that kid.
hold it. It's like a fat little kid that just good at golf.
Anyways, so this is my theory about golf now. The tournaments, like I don't know, name some off, like the Wells Fargo,
like the
some
big
other
tournaments, like the designated events.
Travelers
Charles
Championship,
Schwab. I'll always see those
3M,
on
3MW Open.
3M Open. Yep, I'll see those
John
on
Deere?
Twitter randomly, like on Barstool, Foreplay, whatever. We'll post them out, and they always have crazy finishes and playoffs, and it's because they're easy courses that so many people shoot low. And then, but not that many people watch those. People watch the majors and they get bored because people run away because it's like if someone plays well on a tough course, they tend to run away. But casual, not golf purist, make the major courses easier. So then it's just a bottleneck at the top and we get crazy 4-way playoffs because everyone's 22 under. And we're like, wow, this is great. Like today was awesome. A walk-off birdie for the win. That was great. That was great theater. I'll take that for any major. You can't ask for anything more.
I have a confession that I would just like to get off my chest.
Okay.
I've been a ginormous Bryson hater. Like I despised him. Like I did not like him at all. And I watched last week. I watched his like 18-hole match with Rick Shields. Does like 18-hole matches against like players. Gets a 10 under head start. He always loses.
Spoiler.
I watched that. I watched the Bryson one, and I was like, oh, he's not actually that bad. Like he seems like he's matured. He's not like a raging anymore. Then I watched him this week, and he was like happy. He's smiling. He's like cheering for other people. He's fist pumping. I'm like, I kind of like Bryson now. I'm going to be honest. I can get behind rooting for him. Like I don't think he's a total anymore. So I just need to confess that.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I saw a tweet that said Bryson is like one of the only players that went to live that now the PGA Tour fans like even more than when he was on their own tour. Like people just like live Bryson now because he's just something.
I disliked him way before he went to live, for the record. But I kind of like him now. I'll be rooting for him.
I feel like he just got less cocky. Mm-hmm.
He's a little more wholesome,
We still gotta investigate his own irons thing. There's something. He made his own irons and now he's finishing like in top 3 in every major. There's something going on there, and they were like barely reviewed before the Masters, if I remember that story correctly. We need to look into
the true story is that he's actually like really very good at golf. He's always been very good at golf. He hits the ball 350 yards. The only thing he sucks at is putting.
Do you think he'll be like in 50 years from now, he'll be like Bryson DeChambeau's 5 lessons of golf, and it'll be super technical knowledge about what you need to do to just dummy proof the game?
I'm sure there'll be some book that he has, but I don't think
he feels like that type of guy. where like after his professional career, he'll sit down and actually put it on paper.
He's a smart dude. He's got a bunch of like things that I don't know if it would work, but like how he like in his head has a clock system of like where to take it back for a certain number. Seems to work for him. I don't know if that would work for me, but
He has a degree in physics from SMU. He's not a dummy.
no, he's a smart dude. But what is crazy, his 7-iron is 26 degrees. For reference, my hybrid I think is like 22 degrees.
Wow.
So like he hits his 7-iron very far, but it's like set up like a 4-iron or a 5-iron. So it's like the number club that he's hitting doesn't really matter because it's not anything remotely the same as what you have in your bag. So don't feel bad.
I didn't. Thank you though.
For your tiny distances, Grant, don't feel bad.
Oh, my tiny distances. My distance is gonna be good now. I'm gonna get on the track, man. I'm gonna report numbers. They have a thing on there you can click, and it says find my distance on all my clubs. I'm gonna do that next time I go, so I know what I actually hit now. My new ball striking method.
All new clubs these days, they just like de-loft everything and say like what a normal 5-iron is a 7-iron to make you think that you hit the ball further. It's not really what's happening. Just
Dude,
FYI.
That just reminded me, not this time, but last time I went, there was a kid there, probably like high school, maybe like freshman in college. He was there with his mom and maybe his dad, but like he was trying to help his mom swing too. And then he took a couple drivers. And just like the funniest, like cockiest commentary about his own swing. He like, I wasn't watching him because my back was to him, but nice sound of a driver head. All the drivers kind of sound like really loud when you hit them though. And he goes, ugh, these TrackMans are so busted. I definitely drive at 280. Like, he's like, oh, for sure shortchanging me. He's like, I don't know, man. Maybe they are. I don't know about TrackMans, but they're probably really expensive and they probably are pretty dialed into where your ball is landing.
TrackMans are used by the guys you see in the majors. They're accurate.
Well, this kid, shortchanging him, he definitely hits it 300 carry.
Now, what he could have said is that the balls at Carl's Golf Land are like flighted down to go not as far, which I think that's true. But
dude, there's just so many variables.
Either
You
way,
want to factor that in? God.
No, they give you a number of what it should go. So you should be fine. But I'm just guessing that loser kid didn't look at that. Or he just
also
doesn't hit a 280.
I also love in Ben Hogan's book. He just like stresses in the first paragraph. He's like, yeah, like you can do all these things and be good, but like you might suck still in tournament golf because you're a just like,
correct.
Basically, he's like being good at golf and being good at tournament golf are two completely different things. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fair. Like when you play with any sort of nervousness, it completely changes everything you've learned.
Yep. Exactly.
That was funny. Just made me laugh. Michigan State football. It's kind of like trickle transfer season right now where the portal is closed, but you're still getting commitments from people that are still out there. Not to get too in the weeds because it's like just drama on Twitter, but I did find it interesting that like there was a switch between two. It was Samaj Bridgman went from Michigan to Michigan State. Is his name Jalen Mangum? Jaden Mangum went from
older brother's name Jalen.
That's who I kept seeing. Went from Michigan State to Michigan. I feel like as a Michigan sports podcast that likes both these teams, we should comment. I mean, we had Ben Van Sumeren. We loved the beautiful Prince, sweet Prince Ben Van Sumeren. Gave us a lot of content over the 2 years, but
he really did.
he really did. He got
gave
brought
us
up
a lot of content.
I mean, got brought up a lot on this show.
Philadelphia Eagle.
Crazy. Is he actually on the team? Oh, yeah, I guess they have the 90-man rosters
he
right now.
He played when there was injuries. He like started at linebacker towards the end of the
No
year.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. NFL game logs?
Yes. They were that depleted
crazy
on their defensive side that they needed linebackers, and he was on their roster. He played.
Combine Warrior.
Well, hand up to me. That is my fault. That's egg in my face that he actually played in the NFL. Anyways, your guys' thoughts. Evan, let's hear from you about guys switching sides in the rivalry. Does it make you feel icky? Do you not like it?
I hate it. I wish there was like blocks. I wish teams could block. Okay, you're committed to us. If you transfer, you transfer everywhere you want besides A, B, and C. Other than that, we don't care. Obviously, it's a kid's
Who-
life. He can make any decision he wants, but it's still. It's like, where's. So, did you really care about beating Michigan when you're
No.
playing here, or were you just worried about the paycheck hitting your bank account on Sunday morning? Like when he
Who's
goes,
your
when he goes there, does he really want to beat Ohio State, or does he not really care?
I don't know. Probably not as much as some of the other people. It's definitely not the people like Rod Moore who grew up in Ohio. Definitely not as much as they do.
Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. That's my list.
I was gonna say,
They
Evan,
can
who's
go
your
to Penn State
ABC?
because they're not gonna win anything if they go to Penn State because James Franklin's the worst coach.
I would just prefer they didn't go to those three.
Where can't
If
they
a
go,
Michigan
Evan?
State kid can go to Ohio State because if you're good enough to go to Ohio State, then fine, you should go there. Screw it.
No,
Bye.
that's a loser mentality, Evan.
It's not a loser mentality. Ohio State's better at football and anything that we do and have been and always will be.
Always will be.
We beat them a couple times. We had a couple good years.
Okay.
Won the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So they're not always.
Michigan 1A.
Double highlight.
Yes. Absolutely.
Circle.
It's mainly just Michigan. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
surprised.
I'll say Notre Dame B.
Don't even play them.
I know we don't play them, but still, join a freaking conference. You're gonna get left down. I'm tired. I'm already tired of their fans bitching that they'll never be a top 4 seed because the top 4 seeds are to conference championship winners.
So Evan just doesn't like Notre Dame. Noted. 13.
If they join the Big Ten, I would be happy. I would actually not care. Good helmets,
13.
good uniforms. Third team. I don't really.
Penn State.
Oregon State. Don't stab Jonathan Smith in the back.
I'll probably say, well, Jimbo Fisher got fired, so he's not there anymore. I just didn't like Jimbo Fisher because everybody thought he was good.
All right, so
anywhere-
this because
Anywhere
you don't
Jimbo
really care.
Fisher coaches. Well,
Okay.
don't go to LSU. Brian Kelly's a fraud.
Okay.
These are such random answers. Like we don't even play those teams. Who cares?
So
The hot blog board says this about Jaden Mangum.
Mm-hmm.
So just the backstory. Jaden's brother, Jaron, also on Michigan State last year, running back, like 4th string,
Okay.
not very good, always injured.
Okay.
And then their dad is a like vocal guy, very in the weeds about things. Anyways,
Helicopter.
So the brother of Jaden was on our team last year, but not on scholarship, but through NIL. It was like basically a scholarship. And when Jonathan Smith came in and he assessed the whole team and everybody's like NIL situation and who's getting what, he basically was like, no, we're not going to pay that NIL to you to be on the team. We're going to bring in transfers. And I think we brought in 2 running backs right after that, or at least one, the kid from UMass. And then Berger left too. So he said that. So then the Mangum's dad was all pissed about that and was like, Jaden, you need to leave too because they're doing your brother like that. And his brother sucks. So like, I don't even know why. And then apparently Jaden didn't really want to. And then Jaden said that if Michigan State paid him more NIL, he would stay. And Jonathan Smith looked at our funds and where it was going and decided that Jaden Mangum was not worth the investment and said, if you don't want to play for what you already are making, you can leave. So he left. And the Mangums are very upset about it, very pissed. So going to Michigan seems like a spite thing. Obviously, he's like a pretty good player. Michigan wants him, so good for him, I guess. But it's a super loser move, like beyond loser move, and even a loser move for Bridgman to come to us. I don't feel good about any of it. It's like, do these dudes care at all? I just feel like college football is like dead.
Wow, definitely not dead. Definitely not dead.
It's not dead, but I like hate how like you're not playing for your university anymore. It's just dumb.
There's still those guys out there. You just gotta find them.
There are.
You gotta cultivate them.
There are. But I want
Gotta
this
hunt
whole
them.
NIL paying thing to get figured out. I want it to be regulated. I don't want.
You're saying that
this.
the last year was the last true rightful year of college football we had with the
Last year was the same.
honorable
Same as this
champion.
bullshit. No.
Well,
no, this has been going on for 3 years.
14 playoff where regular season games actually matter a
Listen,
lot.
dude, you got your championship.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what I think. But I just think the whole like NAL and the portal is so stupid. And I'm not a fan of it. And maybe I'm just getting old, but like I don't like it. It's got to be rules.
I don't know how to word this the right way. I don't dislike that Mangum came to Michigan, but I definitely have my antennas up, just scoping, like, need to see that he's a dog. He's also a little bit handicapped too, because now when you play Michigan State, that team's going to have extra motivation to beat you just because you're on our team, which didn't need that added to the rivalry. But the safety position is thinned out because Rod Moore tore his ACL, so we could use help. I don't know how much he'll play. He was all Big Ten honorable mention, so it's not nothing, but I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know. I wasn't like, I'm not going to do any victory laps about it. Just like, got to prove it now.
He has good ball skills. He doesn't like contact. And his coverage grade was one of the worst among safeties in college football. But he had a lot of picks. Good
A lot
ball
of snaps,
skills.
too.
He was on a bad team. So
guess we'll have to see. Wait and see approach with that, but he better not mess anything
I hope
up.
he sucks. I hope he's terrible.
Right. As you should. It's also different too. Like, I understand guys that like when you're being recruited out of high school, you have like those schools in your final three. That totally makes sense because you're not ingrained in the culture yet. I just can't imagine being ingrained in that culture for like 2 years and then going to the other side after you learn about all the reasons you dislike that team. That's the part that's hard for me.
Makes no sense. I don't get it.
Recruiting, fine. You're your kid. Like when Terrell Pryor wore Michigan stuff like the day before he committed to Ohio State, yes, did it piss me off, but it still does. But
if you had, what sport do you like playing the most? Just answer the question.
I don't play sports anymore.
Well, I was just saying. Let's say you had basketball offers from Buffalo, from Nate Oates.
Okay.
And Michigan. Those are your only two offers. Where are you going to school?
I still have the same mindset as.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm still Evan's senior year where he still hates Michigan and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're the same person.
I probably would go to Michigan because it's a Big Ten school.
All right. That's big. I didn't think you would say that.
John Beilein, good coach. Something positive to say about Michigan.
There's no way
Michigan Wolverines uniform. Unbelievable.
There's no way like Evan would go on a visit to campus and like meet John Beilein and be like, yeah, I hate that prick. Like he's like, oh, that was pretty nice. I like how they.
What if it was Juwan?
Well, I would not go there.
What if it was Jim Harbaugh or Lance Leopold?
Lance Lee shit? I'm playing for Jim Harbaugh.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Jim Harbaugh or Ryan Day?
Ryan Day.
Jim Harbaugh or Brian Kelly?
Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, wow. This is big.
Yeah.
Evan's a Michigan fan.
I'm not. I'm just... you're talking about just coaches-wise. Who am I playing for? I'd rather have Jim Harbaugh be a head coach.
Assistant football coaching job at LSU and at Michigan. Where are you going? Right now.
Right now?
Graduate assistant.
But I probably would go to LSU. SEC is where the money's at.
I can't believe you'd even consider going to Michigan, but you would.
Would you rather play for Sharon Moore or Mac Brown?
Mac Brown. Mac Brown's a
Everyone
goat.
likes Mac Brown.
I grew up watching Colt McCoy. Mac Brown was the head coach of
True.
Kansas
Signetti,
graduate assistant
Indiana
or Michigan
or
graduate
Moore?
assistant?
Michigan.
Oh,
I'm not going to Kansas for
you're a
football.
closet Wolverine fan.
I'm not.
You
I
are.
hate everything
I knew
about
it.
Michigan.
Wrong. You would coach there if they offered you.
And I'm so happy that Michigan's first game is at night, so all the old timers just have to sit there and bitch. Another night game? We'll never get out of Michigan Stadium until 2 o'clock. The traffic's terrible.
Is it who's it versus? Is it versus someone?
Well, I think it's like Western
Fresno
Kentucky.
State.
Yeah, Fresno State. So I was gonna say it's
It's sneaky good team.
Evan's a Wolverine.
I would never work
Not.
for Ohio State. I don't think I could do it.
I could never work for Michigan. That's why I asked questions. I could never.
Yes,
do
you
it.
could.
No, I
Yes, you
could not do it. Would hate it.
I don't think I could do Ohio State. I could do Michigan State easily. I've applied at Michigan State. I could not do Ohio State. I don't think.
If someone asked me to put on the block M, no. Now you give me the right number and I'm on there. But
All right, let's close it out with this question. It came from Stephen A. Smith's show. Someone asked him, if you're playing a game to 100 versus LeBron James, and you started at 99, and he started at 0, would you win?
Yes.
It's not make it, take it. either.
Yes.
You get rotating position.
yeah, I'd throw up some prayer at some
You
point.
throw
and
up
shot
some shot, that's all
66 and it would go in.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd win.
I'm surprised you guys said yes. Normally you guys are against these things. I was like, yeah, no brainer. I probably score a few points if we're just playing for fun.
I mean, he's going to play intense defense, but he's going to get tired and he's not going to block every single shot you take. And you could start getting pretty creative in the ways that you're getting the ball up to the rim.
The only way I would be screwed though if it was like loose on fouls, like if there was like no ref to like check him, he would just kill me.
I would not even like bother playing defense for a while. There's no point. Like
For a while.
you're never stopping him.
Just wondering when Alex would make the switch to actually try on defense. Like
The only like defense I
Follow
would
him, Alex.
try
Make him get to the free throw line. He can't do it.
he would just take it to the rack and I would just swat at his arms. That'd be my only bet.
And you would break your wrist with his arms
Correct.
going up in the air.
Correct.
your face
So
would probably
my
be around
best-
like his belly button.
My best bet would be guard the 3-point line so he has to just go in and take layups. And then once he goes one step past, go back to the 3-point line. When he checks it in, I shoot it right away. Bang,
Right away.
nail it. and
Back
I
up
win.
even more so that he has to have even a farther run.
All right. But what if he does the check where he hands it to you and he's like he's sniffing your breath? Like he's that
I'm
close.
not-
I would
Not
100% score point.
Even if he did that for every
Yeah.
check?
Yeah,
I don't know if I would.
You just start throwing little hook shots over your arm.
The 3-point line?
Yes, you make
The
one.
NBA
You would
3-point
make
line,
one.
Alex.
All right, dribble a little closer and do a little Xavier
He's
Simpson
up in
action.
your shit. You're not going to just be able
Michigan
to just
man.
dribble a little closer.
You're going to get at least a couple shots up. You're going to get a lot of shots in the air.
6'9" human being that is
I'll
better
dribble
than
through
you
his
in
legs.
everything that you do is a
Not
physical
everything. I'm
specimen.
better at golf than LeBron James. I know it.
Okay, one thing.
Facts.
That's more than
White
solid.
boy summer. What? Okay.
might be
What if
more
he does that
intelligent.
BS thing where he rolls the ball up to you, like to your feet, and then you look up and he's in a stance like this, like he's not going anywhere.
He has to do that
Your
for
grill.
like
Alex, you can't
50
dribble.
baskets.
That shit ain't happening.
I can
I wouldn't be able
dribble
to put the ball on the
enough.
floor.
I don't think you
No.
can.
And you can?
I'm not saying I
No.
can. You just thinking that you'd be able
how
to get
much-
up shots? Like, oh yeah, just dribble to the left a little bit and throw up a prayer. I was like, are you sure
Well, I
you'd be
wouldn't
able to
dribble
dribble?
left. I would put my left arm bar out, back to the basket. I'm going like this. I'm getting the ball. I'm going like this. I'm taking like 2 dribbles with my right hand and just throwing it over like this.
Not making it.
Shovel you down to the ground, and then you're gonna
You're
call
not
foul.
making
Be
any
like,
of
"Oh my,
those.
take
You
it
take
again."
50 of them. You have 50 tries.
No, it's ones. You have 100 tries.
Oh my God. I would make one. You'd score. You'd score once. You get fouled one time. You draw a foul one time, make a free throw.
No free throws. You just take it back up top.
No, give me a free throw.
You can't do free throws. That's ridiculous. You win easy that way. You can't. You don't get free throws. You take it up top. I don't know, man. I
He
thought
could just-
confident, but
he
now
can,
that I'm
he can miss on a block one time. You could just go up, miss it, and then it goes up and it goes in. And you're like,
But we all agree you're not getting anywhere closer than the elbow on him. Like you may not even get inside the 3-point line.
you can get inside the 3-point line because you just have to take one step. You don't even
I
have to
don't
dribble
know,
to
dude.
get there.
I don't think I'll be able to go forward.
You'd have to like go very sideways around, and it would take an hour to get into the paint.
I think I would try to sprint as fast as I could to the right and then shoot like a fadeaway shot from like the wing.
You're not shooting a jump shot. You're not shooting it on direct.
All right, I'm throwing it. I'm running as fast as I can right and throwing
you
it.
have to shield your body to get a shot off. Yeah, I think we all win. I think we win.
All right. Last one. I changed my mind. How many eggs could you eat in one sitting?
Ew.
So disgusting.
Whatever preparation you want.
Preparation
I don't
matters.
think so. Yes. A lot.
Can you give us? How about you give us the prep?
Okay, Alex, here's an idea.
Well,
you have to eat as many hard-boiled eggs as possible. How many are you going to get?
It's like
not that many. How about a huge
6.
plate of scrambled eggs? Okay, that's more reasonable. Imagine trying to
scrambled's the easy choice.
Could you imagine trying to eat like 20 freaking hard-boiled eggs just back to back to back?
I said I could eat 6.
I think like over easy or like sunny side up would also be like
no.
Yes,
it start tasting nasty after a while.
But scrambled eggs usually some people add like a little bit of cream and butter to it,
bro.
Yeah, over easy would be so much like just
mucousy,
liquid,
cold yolk, and you're like,
I could do it. I think I could do it. Over easy, I was actually my final answer.
I go scrambled, and I think I could eat. I could eat a carton at least. I could eat 12.
I think you could eat 12 in one sitting.
Yeah. Yes, easily. I could easily eat 12.
You know how many eggs that is?
I mean, I think the most I've had in like a normal portion is like 4. So that's just 3 servings.
Triple that.
Yeah, 3 servings.
Alex, this is what I want you to do. I want you to buy the cheapest eggs and just make 12 eggs and just let it sit there and see how much that is.
Well, it's tough because like, are they getting cold?
Well, they're on your plate. How fast are you going to eat them?
You can warm them up. You can microwave them. One sitting though, like one sitting.
I could definitely eat 12 easily.
Alex, I'll pay you to do this and videotape it, and then put it on our YouTube channel.
I would.
Might have a heart attack.
Why would you have a heart attack?
Like I don't know, like the cholesterol. I feel like it's really high in eggs.
It's good protein.
All right, I might go crazier. I think if I didn't eat, like, okay, if this was in the morning, I could barely eat any. But if I didn't eat all day and this is what I ate, I could probably do like 14 or 16 eggs.
I think it's fair.
It's almost, honestly, it's almost 1,200 calories.
This might sound psychotic.
A blooming onion.
It's almost 1,200 calories, Alex.
You could. If you could get over the texture, just crack and drop them into your mouth, you could probably knock out a ton of them.
I'm gonna throw up.
You could probably drop because you just swallow. Just one drop, swallow. Drop, swallow.
That's disgusting.
You're like, yeah.
I can't believe you even thought of that. That's your
1,200 calories. I mean, that's a Big Mac, dude. I could do that, no problem.
No problem.
What's your answer, Evan? Over easy, I could eat like 6. I'd be so grossed out.
I think I'll be out of the way. I think over easy, I could eat more.
No. I could just shove big omelet? Scrambled eggs.
A big old omelet.
Those get heavy, bro.
Yeah, they do.
But you have stuff in an omelet.
What if you did?
Well, how do you make scrambled eggs? Do you put a little like heavy cream or milk or butter in?
Yeah, I want these scrambled eggs to be fluffy. Cream.
Yeah.
So that's adding extra weight to it.
Hot sauce,
right over easy is nothing to it.
I'll make sure I'm starving.
And pepper.
You guys are adding more calories per one.
No, I'm not adding all that extra shit. I am doing.
You need hot sauce. That'll spice it up.
I'm not eating it for flavor, Grant.
You have to have it taste good to eat that many.
Yeah, fluffy. If it's fluffy, it's good.
Alex, I've never seen you make scrambled eggs. Can you do it?
Evan, sometimes you just... Actually, every time we come on this podcast, you just insult me for no reason.
I'm not insulting you. It's just a simple question. I've never seen you
think I can't make scrambled eggs at age 27?
I've never seen you make scrambled eggs. That's why I'm asking.
That's not true. I've made scrambled eggs with you around at least once in my life. We've eaten breakfast together hundreds of times.
Yes, and I have made breakfast hundreds of times, and I don't think you've made one.
No, that can't be true.
I think you need to do a cooking show, Alex. You need to prove to us what you can do.
Yes.
I can definitely make scrambled eggs.
3 courses, all scratch. breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I want an appetizer for dinner and
Evan
a
just
dessert.
assumes I have no cooking ability.
That's not
Always
true.
has.
I've just asked, can you cook scrambled eggs? I've never seen you do it.
Just like I can't dribble, apparently.
You think
Right.
you're
Score
good enough
one.
dribbling around LeBron James?
No, but I can dribble a
Yeah,
basketball.
I'll just go right around him.
Evan, did you see his armbar? Shit was pretty strong.
Just throw that armbar out, He'll reach.
What
he
if you
reaches, he misses, you turn around, you get that one jumper, you nail it. It's a victory.
Are you putting a little shredded cheese on your eggs?
I thought about that, but that might make it too heavy.
This
In
is
real
what I'm
life?
thinking.
Yes, I'm putting shredded cheese.
I'm
on
thinking
mine.
a 3-egg omelet
I made a
with
huge
a little bit of
breakfast this morning.
cheese.
You guys missed out on it.
You did one of those again.
Oh yeah, it was awesome today.
I had oatmeal.
What'd you do?
So, scrambled eggs, sausage patties. Patties are better than links. Potatoes, bread, so toast, and then
What
after
kind of potatoes?
like diced and get them nice.
O'Brien with a little onion and pepper, or no?
Yes.
Nice.
And then I had toast with that, and then I finished all of that, and I had 2 huge cinnamon rolls with my coffee.
Wow.
What, Grant, are you doing?
I was thinking I was going to go a 3-egg omelet with a little bit of cheese on it and then 9 scrambled eggs to hit my dozen. I think I could do that.
I think I'm
You
gonna go
can't have a 3-egg omelet with cheese. You will be full. You'll fill
No, I
yourself
think that,
up with
like, gives
cheese.
you enough.
Cheese just sits here and it doesn't go anywhere. You can't put
Where do
cheese
eggs
in
go,
you.
Alex?
Right through you, diarrhea style.
I'm doing 12.
Alex,
I'm
do you
doing
feel
12 over easy.
Oh,
That's crazy,
gross.
dude.
That's so
That's
much
so much-
yolk.
It's
Like-
less calories actually
Yeah.
over easy than scrambled, so I'm
Because
eating
you
less.
miss out on so much yolk. You are eating less.
So I'm doing 12 over easy.
All right, I'm going to make 12 scrambled eggs next weekend. And
I'm gonna make 12 over
Smack 'em.
easy.
let's all
And a
do
glass
it.
of orange juice.
Let's all do it. Let's get on this. And let's all get our plates. and let's
I'm actually
smack
extremely
down
busy next
12
weekend.
eggs.
I actually cannot do it next weekend. I might be able to do it Memorial Day
Shocker.
morning. I'm
We all
hosting a
just sit
tournament.
here and
I'd
just-
be at the baseball field for 14 hours next weekend.
I mean, then we'll know if anybody gets up because we'll just be looking up and seeing each other eat.
Oh, it sounds like
I might try.
It sounds like a great idea to do it.
We should
I
do
might
it.
try it,
We
but I'm
should
kind
do
of
it.
scared it. Like, what will happen to me after?
Oh, dude, I can't be around people.
Alex, what day? Alex, what day do you want to do it?
I'm wide open next weekend.
I'm busy next weekend. I can do it Memorial Day. Monday.
When's Memorial Day.
Memorial Day eggs.
Yeah, I'm not working. Then I got to go into work after that 12-egg disaster. That's risky.
You have to go into work no matter what after this egg
Not
disaster.
the day after, though. The day after?
Yeah,
I'm
that's not
probably
your problem. That's work's problem.
The day after, I'm not recovered. There's no way.
Drink a lot
My
of
ass
water.
will
Let
be
it. 12 over
destroyed.
easy eggs. You know who could eat 12 eggs easily and not even bat an eyelash is Cormac.
Colby.
He averages like 6 every morning.
Well, then maybe we should bump this up to 18.
Jeez.
I'm going to
Yeah.
start with 12. Alex, 18 scrambled eggs. And you couldn't do it.
Jump
I'm going to need a
6.
big pan.
You don't have to cook them all at once.
a lot of
You just
sour
have
cream.
to make them all.
Well, no, you do. You have to cook them all because you have to be sitting here. I can't move.
Alex,
it's
the
gone.
point is you can make them all and then put them on the plate, and then as soon as you have your 12, then you go sit down and start inhaling.
Yeah. Yes, I know. But I would just make them all at once and then just go for it. Get crazy. I'd almost prefer that my eggs just get cold.
Oh,
It'd be faster.
I don't think so.
If they have heat, it might slow you down.
I don't think
Cold,
I think it would help it.
shovel.
I'm just nervous if you try to make 12 at once, like you mess up your ratios and you make a bad batch, you're going to hate your life trying to eat 12 scrambled eggs if it's not like fluffy like you like.
I don't even really like eggs that much, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna dominate this challenge. I'm going to smack 12 eggs around.
All right. That is episode 167. Stay tuned for the egg
Stay
challenge
tuned for
to come.
the egg episode.
Cheers.